Hello everyone, welcome to our chair office yoga class today. My name is Eleni. Thank you so much for joining. So today I would like to go through a couple of movements that you can do while seated at your desk. You don't have to have a whole 10-minute break here to incorporate some of these. Some of them can be done while you're working and others can be done in little spurts, a minute here, a minute there. Every single second and minute counts for our bodies. And I think that's one misconception that we have about yoga, is that we have to have this whole lengthy full hour practice. And really, sometimes that's just not attainable during our day. And so taking these times for ourselves throughout the day and having mindful movement is so important for our body and our mental well-being. And once you start doing it, maybe it will start branching out to others that are around you. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'd like to kind of make our way down the body and just show you little options here and there that you can take or leave if you like them. So let's go ahead and start by rolling our shoulders up and back. Oftentimes we can have a lot of tension here in the front of the chest and the neck area. So especially if we're typing a lot at a desk, we tend to have that hunching forward, right? So we want to open the chest and create that big circular movement through the shoulder joint and expansion through the collarbone. And then try rolling forward, noticing how that may feel a little bit different. And then rolling up, down, and back once again. Good. So more movements for the shoulders. It could look silly in the office, but that's okay. You can bring your fingertips to your shoulders and make little chicken wings. Here, you can make big circles with the elbows. And this movement and all movements you can pair with your breath. So breathing in, breathing out. And then reversing, going in the opposite direction. And then releasing here, shake it out. Let's not forget to care for our neck. We'll draw the chin down towards the chest and bring our right ear over to the right side. So imagine that you're drawing a semicircle here with your nose, coming over to the other side. And just finding that movement through the neck joints, side to side. Now here, feel free to pause on one side and explore the different variations. So you might draw your chin down towards the chest and bring your chin back forward. You might play with the opposite arm coming out away from the ear, so you have a diagonal here, and then you can open the palm and close the palm. So there's lots of variations here. Whatever you do on one side, we'll do it on the other. Again, opening the palm or closing the palm on the opposite side. And just exploring here. Good. Once we feel even on both sides, we'll come back through the center. Roll those shoulders up, down, and back once more. And let's move into some very subtle and gentle twists that you can do while seated. So big twists may not be in our practice for an office class, right? Bringing the arms out and twisting side to side, but just gently twisting from our waist here and gazing over our back shoulder. Being mindful of our back hand. If we do use the chair here as an anchor, try not to use it with too much leverage. We don't want to crank the spine, but we can gently place it here as a guiding post. And then coming back through center and coming to the other side. So that top hand will just rest here on the front thigh. And you can move back and forth here to each side a couple times. You can also take it to one side and explore your breath, noticing how that feels through the mid body and the mid back. So really it's about an exploration for you. These are just movements that I'm showing you as a tutorial, and you can play with them and see what feels good. So that's a little twist. We can come into hands here. A lot of times we don't give ourselves the love that we need through our hands and our finger joints. So shaking the hands here can help move energy. We can also open and close. And it's normal here to hear some crackling, some popping, maybe wiggling here through the fingers. And a mindful little practice that I like to do is bringing the palms up and then bringing each finger to the thumb one at a time. So these are little hand yoga movements going backwards here. And this can help to actually calm, especially if you pair it with counting. If you like to close the eyes and that feels okay for you. You can also imagine a certain color with each finger. So if we just need a brain break when we're a little bit burnt out, or we just need a pause, we can come here. And you don't have to add the numbers or the colors, it's just an option. Good. And then rolling the wrist here, so just being kind to our wrist. Another thing that you can do is just do gentle hand massage at work, right? So just finding gentle pressure here. You can bring some pressure to the tips of the fingers. And you can practice stretching the hands as well. So massaging that big meaty part and then the palm. And also bringing your fingers interlaced and pressing them forward. That will help to stretch to the fingers. And we're going to come into a little bit of a side body stretch from here. So reaching up. Now, if this is not comfortable for our shoulders, you can come here instead with the palms up. You can also interlace and bring your finger up. So those are options here. So we'll take a deep breath in, get nice and long, and then come over to one side. And coming back to the center, lengthen here on the in-breath, and over to the other side. And inhaling, and then release, exhale. Roll the shoulders. All right. Let's get down to legs, toes, feet, and ankles. One thing I love to do to get the blood moving is just tapping the feet. This is something you can do at your desk. If you want to take your shoes off, you can, if you feel comfortable doing that. But just little tapping here to get the blood moving, right? Especially if we're seated for long periods of time. So tiptoe tapping. You can also extend one leg and point and flex. So this is helpful for the ankle joint, and rolling the ankle in one direction and then the other, and switching, pointing and flexing, and rolling and reversing. Good. All right, and then a little bit of strengthening here, which can help enliven us at times when we're feeling a little sluggish. You can lift the leg and release it down. Lift, like a march, right? So lift, release, lift, release. If you have space in front of your desk, you can extend with a little kick and release. Try not to use momentum, but more of your strength and your flexibility. So lengthening, lifting, releasing. One more time. Good. All right. So if you do have some space, you can back your chair up from your desk, and we'll do a full torso circle here. So walking the feet a little bit wider. And we're going to move the whole upper body in a circle. So a gentle rotation here as we come up and then rolling forward. So pressing the feet firmly into the earth as you come up and around, and you're kind of rolling through the spine. Noticing that movement through the upper mid back, and then reversing here, going in the opposite direction. And these are a little bit bigger movements, so you would probably be on a little bit of a break here while taking these. Good. And then let's drape one shoulder towards, so we'll drape our right shoulder towards the left knee and gaze at your big toe. And then coming back up. And we'll do that one more time. Drape your left shoulder towards your right knee. And I'm mirroring you here, and then coming back up. And then bringing the feet together. And we'll finish here with a cat-cow. So drawing our heart forward, lifting the chest like you're puffing it forward, and feel your sitting bones reaching back towards the back of the chair. And your gaze might lift here slightly. And then we're gonna gently round and tuck. So you're just gonna tuck your pelvis, tuck your chin. And then we inhale, so you're gonna feel the whole spine move, and you can almost imagine it moving in a wave-like motion, fluid. And let's do it one more time. We'll pair the breath. We inhale forward and exhale, soft round, and then coming back through center. So rolling the shoulders up, down, and back throughout the day is a wonderful practice, and it helps us to work with our posture. And then also, if we don't have a lot of time, just shaking, getting things moving can be really helpful as well. All right, so we ended with our cat-cow for the spine. I want to give you one more stretch for the arms before we complete our practice, taking one arm across the body and hugging it in with the opposite hand. And then you're welcome to stay just as you are, or you can start to drape your ear. So because I have my right arm, I'm going to drape my right ear towards my right shoulder. And here you can just breathe and relax, maybe close the eyes. And then bring the gaze through center and release. And let's take that other arm across, hug it in, and drape the ear. And back through the center. Go ahead and roll the shoulders here, up, down, and back. Shake it out here if you held for a longer period. Get that energy moving. And we'll take a big breath in, reaching the arms high. And bringing the hands to the heart. So thank you so much for joining me today for this quick office chair yoga class. If you'd like more, please feel free to subscribe, leave me a comment below, like the video if you did so, and I hope to see you again. Thank you so much.